Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Monday. Just another manic Monday. It was like a little remix of Friday, but all right, y'all get it. I'm doing this whole new like skincare routine thing. We have a lot more things to talk about than that, but like I just am so shiny from all of these. I'm doing this whole thing. Like last night I did a chemical peel, and then today I did a whole hyaluronic acid and serum and moisturizer, whatever. I'm doing this whole fucking trying to end up looking young, and it's just I'm so shiny because I'm not. Anyway, I'll keep y'all posted on how it goes. I recorded myself doing the chemical peel. It was like this red. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep y'all posted. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on in the world of entertainment, including the fact that I binged the entire Ozark season 4 part B finale, and it's the series finale, and I binged it all this weekend because it's one of my favorite shows ever, and oh god, I'm so sad it's over. But I'm also watching a lot more TV. Grace and Frankie came back, which I'm stoked about and watching right now also. Plus the usuals. I watched last week's Atlanta. I'm loving the episodes, but I hate that we're not getting our core 4. I want the core 4. And then a ton of other things that I've been checking out. So I want to talk a little TV time. In addition to that, Justin Lin left Fast 10 or Fast X. We'd already talked a little bit about that due to creative differences. But now, in honor of family, I want to talk a little bit more specifically about why, as he is talking about Vin Diesel and the issues with that. Pete Davidson got a tattoo for Kim Kardashian's kids. I don't know. I know it's different when you're somebody who gets a lot of tattoos, but I don't know. And I'm going to see Doctor Strange 2 tonight. So I will let y'all know about that too. Plus anything going on with you guys, I'm only here for the next 20 minutes. So streamlabs.com/Roxy Schreier, super chat in, send in your bits, bots, thoughts, and twats. The last one being the most important, of course. I want to hear from you all. Thank you for anybody joining me on this Monday. I know that there's a lot of places you could be, so the fact that you're here with me makes me all nice and shiny. Nope, that's the acid peel. What the fuck even is an acid peel? I'm talking like I know what any of these things are. I have no idea. The girl has no idea. All right, let's go into the Streamlabs. Let's check out what's happening with you guys. As I said, it's the 2nd of May. It's May 2nd. Happy API month. Happy Jewish American Heritage Month. On the 2nd of May, we started out by getting, of course, some love from the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar. I say, of course, like it's a given, and nothing is ever a given, but I just mean Glenn has been so lovely and supportive that's why I say, of course, not because it's expected. He sends bunnies to Avery Burke and Avery's mom. Rest in peace, Chris Burke. 3 super rock stars forever. Talks about Smets and standing against Islamophobia, Asian hate, and knowing that Black Lives Matter, and standing against anti-Semitism. He says hello and sends love to my family. He wants us to glow in the flow, and my face clearly got that message. He says happy Jewish American Heritage Month. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then he thanks everybody who's battling. Hell yeah. Whenever, however you can. And also, he's talking about breathing in, which I need today. And breathing out. Stress and yucky energies. Hope you guys did that at home with me as well. Looking at the colors and the spackles. Don't sweat the small stuff, but resolve it ASAP so small stuff doesn't become big stuff. It takes more time to heal. I like that. I'm glad that you spent time doing these mantras. Thank you for all of this. and helping us, Glenn Caesar, the Zen one himself. You are the man. Anybody else at home, send in those Streamlabs. Cena says, still breathing, Glenn. Yep, still breathing. Shout out to all of you at home. Thank you for being here. To everybody who is able to give in the Streamlabs and the Super Chat, so much love. You guys are the reason I'm able to keep doing this show. For those of you guys who just show up, because that is what you can do right now, I'm so grateful for you. Shout out to Christian Hardesty, Ryan Payne, Luke Walker, Glenn Caesar, Cena Bigelow, Andrew Thomas, Sir Joker 40, Joseph Ashley, Nicholas Pearl. I know I do look glassy. It's kind of weird. Like you could slip and hurt yourself on my forehead. I know it looks like a floor that was shined too much. Maybe that means it's working. Maybe it means it doesn't. I don't know. Jose Maxwell, Mark Jason Ali, Steve Cauldron, John Perillo, all of the people, Steezo 76, my girl Cena, Robert Turner, and everybody else. Redford Reddington. Thanks for showing up, y'all. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this Vin Diesel story. Saw this trending on Twitter everywhere. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing about the Justin Lin Vin Diesel saga? We had talked about how Justin Lin had left Fast X because of creative differences. And I told you guys, when somebody's already worked on a franchise, it's creative differences might not mean I see this going one way and the studio sees it going another way. It probably all has to do with the star when the star is Vin Diesel. And it seems like that is what happened. The new director is there's a new top choice, I guess, Louis Leterrier. Leterrier. I don't know how to say his name. Louis Leterrier. Do you guys know who that is? Is being reported right now as the top choice to be the new director. I think a lot of times when a lot of these things are coming out, they want to make sure that they say who the replacement is quickly. He did The Incredible Hulk, which I actually liked a lot, and he's done several other movies that you guys would be familiar with as well. He also did 3 episodes of that show Lupin and 10 episodes of Dark Crystal. And he did The Brothers Grimsby and Now You See Me. So he's been working for a minute. I don't think that it's official sign, sealed, deliver, but it does seem like that's what's going to be happening. And meanwhile, Justin Lin is exiting, and it seems like it's because he didn't want to deal with Vin Diesel. Now, there's always 2 sides to every story. We don't know what exactly this is, but Discussing Film said Justin Lin reportedly left Fast 10 or Fast X, I don't know how to say it, due to Vin Diesel's difficult behavior. Diesel shows up late, quote, Diesel shows up late to set, he doesn't know his lines, and he shows up out of shape. The original source is New York Daily News. And I think we should address a couple of those things. Calling with while we're curious if that happens to be true or not. A lot of stars show up really late to set. That sucks. I've worked with stars that have shown up really late to set. It's awful. As you guys know, timing is everything to me. I find it to be incredibly disrespectful when people do not show up on time for things consistently. I think it's really fucked up. It's actually, a constant issue with me and a lot of my coworkers, but they're not doing it because they're stars. They're doing it because they're not great at time management or for whatever reason. To me, it's really fucking rude and disrespectful. As you guys know, it's like my biggest pet peeve when people consistently show up very late, because for me, what it's saying is I care about my time more than I care about your time. My time is more important than your time is. And nobody's time is more important than anybody else's time. Whether you are the richest person on the planet or the poorest person on the planet, we are all here for a limited amount of time, and no one's time is more important. So regardless of if you are a star, if you show up to set late once or twice in the 100 of days that you're shooting, then no fucking worries. It happens. But when you are consistently late to set, time is money and it does not set a good precedent. Now, I don't know that Vin Diesel is late. Maybe he is, maybe he is not. But if he is late, I don't care how famous somebody is. I think it's really fucked up when you're late. I once had a boss tell me, you're never late because you don't know where somebody was before you and what they were dealing with. But I wholeheartedly disagree with that sentiment. That's why if they're late once, you don't know, maybe they were dealing with a family emergency or something. But if you are consistently fucking late, just I cannot stand that. And so yeah, I would be very bothered by this too, especially if you're the director and you're trying to keep things running on time. I mean, that's not the director's job, isn't to keep everything running on time, but partially everybody's job on set is to not fuck up enough to make things running on time. So if he's showing up and he's late, that's an issue. If you don't know your lines, this is also something that people seem to do. The more that when you're first starting out, you show up fucking prepared or you don't get the job. It's not professional to not know your lines. This is the article from New York Daily News. This says one veteran producer who's not involved in the film said this. So they're not quoting, they're not saying who it was, but this was the quote. I've never seen anything like it. Lynn's giving up 10 or 20 million. Diesel shows up late to the set. He doesn't know his lines and he shows up out of shape. Now, that last part, him showing up out of shape, I don't know exactly how to address that because, first of all, Vin Diesel looks like he's in sick shape in these movies. So I don't really know what to say about that. Second of all, of course, it's going to be harder for Vin Diesel to be in shape now than when he started the Fast franchise, as that's how the body works. I doubt that Vin Diesel is on purpose showing up out of shape, but it is part of your job when you are cast in a role that you need to be in a certain shape to maintain that shape. But that being said, I don't find his character to be somebody who has to be in like, he's not playing a real person. He's not playing a fighter. He's not playing somebody that we know. So I think it's okay if he's not in like fucking peak shape. To me, he looks like he's in great shape. So that part I don't really understand as much. We know that there were issues with him and The Rock previously also. We hear further in this article, it says a spokesman for Lynn had no comment and a rep for Diesel did not get back to the Daily News with a comment. Dwayne The Rock Johnson quit 5 years ago after making 4 Fast and Furious movies with Vin Diesel. Quote, some conduct themselves as stand-up. Wow, this website's got a lot of ads. As stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't, he said at the time. Quote, the ones that are too, I just found chocolate on my arm. I want you guys to know. The ones that are the ones that don't are too chickens to do anything about it anyway. Candy asses. So we already knew about this. We already knew about their beef. And then when instead Johnson started with Jason Statham in the spinoff and said, quote, no one is dissing Vin Diesel on the record, but everyone knows. And that's what his source said. That's what the source said. So it sounds to me like a lot of people think Vin Diesel's a pain in the ass. He's also a big star. And I think that probably Justin Lin at this point was like, okay, I just don't want to fucking deal with it. So I don't really care about the money. I'm just not in a place in my life that I need to take that. And I don't want to deal with him. Now, what a privileged place to be in, both Vin Diesel and Justin Lin, that Justin Lin's like, I don't need to put up with an asshole for 10 to $20 million. If I'm ever at that place in my life, oh my God, I've made it. But Vin Diesel knowing like he's bulletproof and he can be an asshole, that's the more privileged place, obviously. So what do you guys think? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. How do you guys feel about Justin Lin leaving? And do you think that this unnamed source is accurate? Let's see what's going on. Sir Joker 40 says, hello, sissy. Passed my national counseling license exam today. Yes. Happy early to my daughter. She's 17 on Friday the 13th. Yes. Friday the 13th birthdays. Also, happy dating anniversary to the number one bat. Hashtag Patty. Oh, it's your dating anniversary. That's so great. Hashtag being an anomaly. Yes, BFFS. Thank you for all the good news. We love to hear it here at Live at the Roxy. We always love the good news. So what do you guys think? Streamlabs in, super chat in. Let me know. How do you feel about Vin Diesel? Does this make you not want to watch him in movies as much? Does it make you look at him any differently? Curious. Paul through JP in the Streamlabs says, hey girl, for you, I'd be on time every time. Respect. Thanks. That's how it should be a given. It should be a given that people are on time. It's challenging in Los Angeles to gauge the traffic, but when you've lived here for more than 6 months, you really don't have any excuses. You've got to be on time for people. It drives me fucking nuts. No one's time is more important than somebody else's time. If you are to me, if you are the president, if you are the pope, if you are a homeless person, if you are working at a grocery store, if you're me, if you're you, if you're Vin Diesel, if you're whoever, we all only have time and you can't buy more of it. Well, rich people can kind of buy more of it if they're sick because they get to live longer. But for the most part, you can't. It's the one commodity you can't pay for it. You have as much time as you fucking have, and it just drives me nuts when other people think their time matters more than your time, and that might not be their conscious thought process. But if Vin Diesel's the person people are looking to on set, it also sets the tone. Like if he can come late, and again, I don't know that he is late because this is just one source, but if he comes late, he's like everybody else kind of assumes that it doesn't matter and that their time doesn't matter and that he doesn't respect their time anyway. So really fucking bothers me. It really fucking bothers me. Ryan Payne in the Streamlab says, gotta be honest, the only thing I'm excited for this month is May the 4th Star Wars celebration and for Kenobi. Well, those are great things. My excitement for Doctor Strange 2 has lessened because of the marketing from the past couple of days. I don't like the reveals from the TV spots. So I'm seeing Doctor Strange tonight. And then next week, I am seeing Top Gun. I hear incredible things about Top Gun, so I'm stoked for that. And you guys know I don't love Doctor Strange in general, but I am excited for Doctor Strange 2 because I love Wanda, and I really loved the last Spider-Man movie. And you just with the state of Marvel, we don't know what it could be. So I do think there's a lot of possibilities. Oh my God, I just need the fuck out of my table. Actually, I didn't even feel it in my knee, but my whole table shook like it was an earthquake. I'm excited for those Star Wars things too. I'm really excited for our Star Wars show for the World Girls on Wednesday because we are doing a fun Star Wars type show where we're doing like some superlatives, some trivia, some spelling. So like we're doing a whole different thing. So I'm really excited for that. So spend your May 4th with us and the World Girls, youtube.com/the World Girls. And I'm excited for Kenobi too. As you know, I am effing obsessed with Anakin, more specifically with Hayden. In Hayden, we trust. So yes. But thank you for that. I'm glad at least you have some things to look forward to this month. I like at the beginning of every month, Ryan, and I don't know if I've said this to you before or if you just do this. I like at the beginning of the month to look at the month and think about things we're excited for. It's really important to put things on the calendar that you are looking forward to, because I've told you guys one of the most important ways for me in my life to try to slip out of my depressions, or at least to have my depressions be more tolerable, is to look at the calendar and pick and be like, okay, that date I'm doing this, and I know that's coming, and I got to make it to that because that thing sounds so fun. So whether that is a TV show or drinks with friends or going to a theme park or a movie that's coming out or a day that you decide you're going to go exploring the park or whatever, anything, or your kid's soccer game, anything that makes you like legit makes your heart like, ooh, yay, that makes me happy. When I think about it, I just feel like really excited about it. Look at the calendar every month and see what is ahead. Hopefully that helps you guys as much as it helps me. Bo Jackson, the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strife says, hey, Roxy, Saw a tweet from you calling Ozark the Breaking Bad of this decade, and I think it's pretty great, but I gotta give that title to Better Call Saul. I know people were tweeting that at me. It's absolutely fantastic. When I tweeted it, I was like, oh my God, there's gonna be a bunch of smart asses who are like, actually, Better Call Saul's the Breaking Bad. And it's like, the problem is, I know you guys don't even mean it as in like, because it's the prequel. You mean it because you think it's like that for the decade. But to me, and I only saw the first season of Better Call Saul, and it was very good, but I didn't keep watching it, which is crazy. And I probably will at some point. But to me, I think that Ozark it's almost as good as Breaking Bad. And it's got, like, all of the things. It doesn't have as strong of villains as Breaking Bad had. Breaking Bad had some of the strongest villains, but gosh, I love the show, and I think that Ruth I also asked people who their favorite character is, and no spoilers on the finale, by the way, because people haven't had time to watch yet. I thought it was awesome for the show. Super unsettling, just like the show should be. It shouldn't end in a way that's all sunshine and rainbows because that's not fucking realistic for this world, so I really think that they did justice to their characters in the finale, but Ruth to me is one of the greatest characters of the decade. She's the standout on the show, and Julia Garner in general is amazing. I'll watch her in anything she does, not just the accountant movie that she did, and not just in Inventing Anna, but whatever she goes on to do, I am watching. She's a fucking star. She's going to be an A-list celebrity, I think. She's so good, but the character, the way that I root for Ruth. Does anybody watch Ozark? Does anybody watch? Let me know. Because it feels like you guys don't talk about Ozark like you talk about some of the other great shows. And while to me, right now, I'm all about fucking Severance, Ozark for 4 seasons was consistently fire. And its final season did not stray from that. Chavini says Ozark is one of the best series ever. It was really good. I think it's a top 5 Netflix show for sure. Jake hasn't watched the new episodes yet. Get on it. Get on it. She was great in The Assistant. That's what it was called. Mike, The Accountant. And I was like, no, that was the Ben Affleck movie. What the hell was it fucking called? I didn't actually. I started The Assistant and I never finished it. DJ told me to start it, and I need to, but I will watch it because she's so great. Is like kind of an icky storyline for me, but I will check it out. I haven't seen it, but I want to. Jose, get on it. John, get on it. Robert Turner, Ozark, not on my radar, honestly. You guys, this show is worth, and now that it's all out, binge the entire fucking thing. It's not that long of a binge. It's so good. And then when you're done, go check out Grace and Frankie, which just dropped, I believe, its final season. Or the second half of its final season. I have watched a few of the episodes. This show's so funny and so good. I wish I was watching it with Grammy. I feel like I should be. I got to get on that. I got to up my watch this with Grammy game. What are you guys thinking? Streamlabs in. What are you watching? Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. I still want to talk before we get out of here. We're only here for like 2 more minutes. I want to talk quickly about this Kim Kardashian thing. So Pete Davidson got a tattoo for Kim's kids. I couldn't really understand because people are saying it's for north, south, east, west is whatever that it says. That it was so blurry and like the image was so small, but it's here. I guess it's for her kids. He already has several tattoos for her. I think this one's kind of fucking weird. Pete has a lot of tattoos, and anything that's important in his life, he seems to get tattooed on his body. So to each their own. But for me, I'm like, I think that Kanye is batshit fucked up. But I'm always like, okay, Pete, and Pete is fucked up too, and he's talked about that many times. But I don't know about getting a tattoo for somebody else's kids when you're in the middle of this extremely tumultuous breakup family dynamic. Like, maybe woosah for a second, but it's his body. You're able to do whatever the fuck you want with your body. So what do you guys think? Yes, no, somewhere in between. Back in the Streamlabs before we get out of here, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Glenn Caesar says, RJ and Rockstars, please remember to say to yourself, I'm kind of caring, I'm fully unique. I'm good people. I'm worthy. My story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Thank you. He also says, that he hopes we live in serenity, fly free always and in always. That we're good people and inspiration, ultimate treasure. Appreciate that, my dear. Thank you to Glenn and to everybody else who joined today. Appreciate all of you guys. Jamal says, slow your roll, Pete. That's kind of how I feel. I love Pete, but like, slow your roll. Mega Movie says, thanks to you, Roxy. I started watching Severance and I'm obsessed. It's so fucking good. So good. Greg says that they're married. It's one thing, but right now it's weird. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Just like, maybe simmer down a little bit. Simmer a little bit, Pete. All right, dears. Much love. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and the lid. We don't want those buffoons. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. And I'll keep you guys posted tonight. I think I'll post about the Doctor Strange, maybe on my TikTok, because I think we're able to do that tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do SEN live in the morning, and then I'll be here afterwards, and I'll talk to you guys about Doctor Strange. Much love. Later.